Welcome everybody to the next episode of View from the Pen with myself, Frank, and Warren. This week, as you can see, we have no special guest, just the three of us this week. Thought we'd all let you get over Jack's episode last week before we bring someone else in. I'm sure everyone can agree it was a cracker. So we'll start talking about the good stuff. At the minute, there's lots of that. So, what did you boys think of the game?
John, Frank, first, mate.
No, I got yeah. I thought it was a great game, wasn't it, mate? Yeah, I thought it was really, really good. It's probably the most complete performance, I would say, of the season. From start to finish, attackingly, defensively, we were great. I love the two new signings. I think Zizi played brilliant. He's really growing into the team. Toby, when he came on, he was brilliant as well. Could have got a couple of goals in that second half. I thought he was a bit unlucky, actually. I think
it's coming. It's coming, just to touch on that, Frank. Sorry, I think it's coming for Toby. Each game, getting better and better, closer and closer. Yeah. Obviously, it's a big injury he's coming back from. But I think his time will come, hopefully this weekend.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was, like you say, I think it was definitely our best performance. Yeah. Like, there weren't much negative about that performance at all. And the fact, even if they're playing a level below us, what I would say is I think they're probably as good as 5 or 6, 7 teams in our league. So it's not like we only won because they're that.
No. I thought they played really well. I thought they actually played quite well, despite the fact of the result. I thought they played well. They played some really nice football, knocked it about a little bit, and I just thought we were really professional and made our chances count. Which is different to what we usually do. You know what I mean? Sometimes we have a game and we miss a few chances. This one, we were ruthless. The boys were absolutely ruthless.
Yeah, we were more clinical. Like Gas, like as you say, they played really well, but it's like their final pass, or when they got into the box or the final third, they overhit it or stuff like that. Obviously, worked in our favour. And they're no mucks because, like you said, they're in the league, but they may be in the league below, but they're top of the league, unbeaten.
Yeah,
and we went out there and done the job on them.
Yeah,
and just to touch on, I agree. I think it was our best game to date so far. And I think we can actually see the players now actually gelling together, working as a team, knowing each other where they are, the movements. As Frank said, I think CZ on the wing was superb, running with the ball, running at players. Again, Kieran Miles, for me, was a standout player. Obviously, they all played well.
He's probably my man of the match, I'd say.
I'd agree.
I think Harry Prince was consistent as always, but he's been since day one. He's been he's a 7 or 8 out of 10 every week. But I think some of the other players are now getting that consistency, even if results ain't quite the way that you see them improving. This week, I think we actually see it in the result as well. To be fair, and the week before.
I think as well, if you look at our bench, look how strong that bench is now. Things are really moving in the right direction. Obviously, you're only ever a slave to your injuries. If you pick up a few, then you're in a bit of trouble. But I think where we are at the minute, the squad, the balance, the depth, if we can just keep people fit, obviously people are going to miss games and that's going to happen. But I think you're looking across the pitch now, and I think if one drops out, you've got a ready-made in, and I think that's a lovely position to be in.
And I think, as Kev, I think he said in Slack, there should be another couple of new additions coming.
That'd be good.
And I think because people are seeing winning games, gelling, they're probably talking to their mates who are talking to their mates, and then they're, come and have a go. And I think, even though, look, this season we're not going to achieve much in terms of the league or anything like that. You never know, we might have a good cup run, but next season it all stands us in good stead, I think.
Yeah. What pleased me as well is when you see, in terms of like the way the team's bonding now, I saw players in the clubhouse that weren't even in the squad, and they still want to turn up. They still want to be a part of it. Owen's injured, still there. You know what I mean? I saw Joe McDonald. These players that are not, obviously Joe's injured, so is Owen. They're not deselected for performance reasons. They're both injured, but they still want to be a part of it. And you can really see the boys are loving the shirt at the minute and loving being together, which is great.
Yeah, and I think even like the fact we see, I've got a big shout out to the boys that came down to the Pen There was a lot more fans in the pen this week, which I love. Get behind the team, get
Yeah.
behind the goal. I understand it's muddy down there, and hopefully next season we'll have a nice path around the pitch and it will make it better. But if you can get down there, get down there. And I think who do we see? Jack Coventry, Kieran Page.
KP.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Coming in there, jumping in with the fans, all having a laugh. And then I think we see that in the Christmas too. Like Frank, obviously you couldn't make it, unfortunately, but Warren, you was there. The atmosphere between the players and the fans was brilliant, wasn't it?
Oh no, yeah, superb. No, it was a great night out. It was nice to be able to actually socialise like with the players and the coaching staff. And getting to know them a bit more. And yeah, no, great night. Just to touch on the pen, even the players love it when we're in the pen, and that, like you see when Harry's goal, his second goal, coming over to the pen and stuff. Look, they love like the support. Like not many players at that level will be used to the amount of supporters that we get, and yeah, it's just superb, isn't it?
Brilliant. Obviously, next week we've got Thorpe this Saturday coming, so that's going to be a tough game. They're quite hard for me. I can't remember recent results, but they're up there. So
yeah, I just had a little look actually. I was just having a little look, and I've seen.
Are they third?
Yeah, they're third. They've lost one game all year. They're the only team to only lose one game all year in the league. They lost that in the middle of August, and that was to Kings Park Rangers away. So they've drawn 4 and they've won the rest.
So early on, yeah.
Their centre forward, I think he's got, according to the website, he's got 19 goals. So, bear in mind, like I say, I think what we're going to have to do is obviously, as fans, you want to win every game. And I think we're in a great time to play them. I really, really do. Obviously, you got to play these teams. You're going to have to play the better teams as well as the lower teams. But I think we're in a great spot. But I think the key is to keep perspective, because this side have been together. I've just had a little look. Their last game, they drew 1-1 to Cressing. When I had a look at the players that played against us, because they beat us 3-0 at home, 3-0 at our place, I think second or third game of the season, about 7 and 8 of the players are still the same. So their squad has kept together. So I think we just got to keep perspective. If the result don't go our way, they are unbeaten at home all year, and you just got to keep it, in perspective. But I think we've got every chance to give them a game, definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, no, definitely. Like you say, we played them early in the season. Sorry, Jace. Obviously, we've got some additions. We're gelling. We were a brand new team at that point. And I just think we are a better team now than we was back then. And all I ask for, as a fan point of view, is that as long as the players give 100%, that's all I can ask. All we can ask for. If we go out there, give 100% and lose 3-4-0, I'm not going to be, but that ain't going to bother me at all, because I can see the players tried their best. But hopefully we get a positive result.
At the end of the day, we've had 2 real good results. We're full of confidence. We're getting players back. We might have some new players. We're not, as much as they're the same team when they play this early. We're not.
Yes.
So, and I'm not saying we're going to go there and win, but I reckon we'll go there and give them a real good go. As long as we can get as many fans down there as possible, so we'll get behind them. See what happens.
I remember that game earlier on in the season, and I think, if I remember rightly, I think we were 2-0 down in about 10 minutes. We gave away a silly penalty. I think there was a mistake. And before you knew it, we were 2-0 down in 10 minutes in. And I think by the end of the first half, I think we were 3-0 down, and we lost 3-0. So even then, you know what I mean? That happened to us earlier on in the season, a little switching off. As we know, we've all been here all year. In the early days, it was really hard for the boys, but they're a different team now, our lot. So I reckon, like I say, we can give them a game. It's still not going to be easy, but we can definitely give them a game.
Yeah. Perhaps let's perhaps talk a little bit about football. Obviously, I remember the first episode, we chatted a little bit about football, and we've sort of drifted away from it. But as soon as it's only us 3, I don't really want to talk about it, if I'm honest with you. But
come on.
As it goes, I just don't really like football that much.
Jace, who do you support again?
East Thurrock.
Yeah, God, just for the viewers, who's your team that you support since birth?
Look, all right, it's West Ham. I'm West Ham. Win or lose, mate, I'm there, so don't worry about that.
Of course. Do you reckon he should go soon, or would you give him more time? The manager, that is.
It's so I don't know. I think it might be a case of let's just agree it hasn't worked. And I'm not even saying he's a bad manager. I don't agree with this. People are bad managers and all this. They're not. they're not
No.
managed for no reason, you know. But
Exactly. Yeah.
perhaps sometimes I think you just got to sit there and go, look, this isn't working. Let's cut it. So yeah, I'll probably move on.
Because you ain't got a
like
bad
Graham
spot.
Potter.
Don't you? Like,
I'd go for Graham Potter. I would.
Oh, would you? Yeah.
Yeah. I think he. I
It
think.
fit use, I reckon.
I
It
think
fit
we're the
use.
sort of team that appreciates a British manager a bit more as well. I think some of our players maybe will better
Yeah.
that sort of vibe. I don't know if we're ready for this modern. I don't know. I don't know. That's what people want, but I'm just not sure. We all cried out for it.
Yeah. Because obviously I'm a Chelsea fan, and Potter had a bit of a tough gig at Chelsea, to be fair. He came in probably just at the time you didn't want to be a Chelsea manager,
Yeah,
if you know what I mean, when all the, the new ownership and the young players and trying to, I don't think any manager in the world could have got that squad to achieve much, you know what I mean? It was transition from Abramovich and things like that. But he also, the job was a big job, and I don't think he quite rose to it. But I think,
But
do you know what? Thinking about
what
it,
I would say with Potter is I think Chelsea wouldn't be where they are now without them other managers coming in and doing their
getting that ball rolling.
Bad time. I think if Maresca coming back then, probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think any manager going in at Chelsea at that point would have ended up sacked a year later. Cause it's impossible because the expectations remain the same, but the squad is nowhere near the same.
Yeah.
So it's hard. But I'm going to get through today's work, and we got Southampton tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. Try and keep the run going.
I'll tell you what, though, that'd be a good game. Southampton play good football. I think that'd be a really good game. That.
And looking at what.
Yeah, I thought they were unlucky against Liverpool.
Yeah, they were. And what Maresca tends to do for these midweek games, this is our first real Premier League midweek game, but we've been playing obviously in that dodgy European competition. He changes almost all the 11. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, we're taking your crown away. Yeah, but he changes a lot. So I think Southampton might have their ears pricked up today, because they think if they've rested a few players, Chelsea, they might be there for the taking. How's Millwall getting on, Warren, down there?
Yeah, they're doing all right, mate. I'm beaten in our last 9 games, so 4 wins and 5 draws. A lot of 1-0 wins, like clean sheets and that. So I can't really complain, to be fair. Like I said before in previous episode, that
I want you to come up.
Yeah, and I want you to go down. That'd be lovely.
How about the cup draw?
Do it well.
How about the cup draw?
Oh yeah, we got Dagenham at home, so a nice little London derby.
Yeah, that's going to be a big game, isn't it? Dagenham, Millwall.
Who you got again?
Villa. So we're out.
Oh, you never know. Villa ain't on form at the moment.
To be fair, we'll probably have a manager by then.
Yeah, you probably will have a new manager by then. Yeah, and Chelsea got Morecambe, so
maybe.
I'm hopeful. Right. That should be 4th round.
Anyway, hopefully it all starts going bad for your teams, apart from East Thurrock, and then we're wrapping there then, lads. So, before we go, this episode is British Gas. So thanks for everything they've done for us. We obviously play Thorpe away next week, so many of you get there as possible. We have got a coach on, so if you want a coach, get in touch with the club and we'll put you on that. Cheers.
Thanks, lads.